predicating medias on purposes that are serious, where everyday people have a way to solve their problems and feel good as well. A missing thread in this regard is a design process book that we will now, we're going to get a couple of days time after this. We have the material ready. We're going to put the book together. The whole idea is that we print 15 copies for the 15 medias and keep one copy each in front of each of the medias, open it to the page to tell you how each of these had developed, so that it's not a mystery in the way that you go away saying that the only way I can connect myself with this is where, once again, when an exhibition of this kind happens. The idea is that you go back and you say, I could have done it too. And I think real success lies when the audience is able to say, oh, I wish I could do it. And here I think I know how I can do it. Apologies for not being able to put out the book, but because the exhibition is for a period of 1 month, we think that it will be nice to put out the book. We also feel very connected to the fact that there is a whole ecosystem developing in India. It's new to us, an ecosystem of design that has teachers struggling to find material, students struggling to find good schools and teachers, the industry is struggling to find where the good designers are, practitioners struggling to set up practice because they don't know how to combat the big industry. And so we feel that, that laying bare the design process could help all of these stakeholders to come and find some answers to the questions that they have. Finally, the moment that I've been waiting for. This exhibition is a labor of love born out of the talent, the hard work, and the goodwill, and importantly, the talent, the hard work, and the goodwill of the unsung. Let me take a moment to explain that to you, because this year, for the Republic Day, which was held recently, the government made it a point to say that we chose people from literally from the streets doing good as the heroes of Republic Day, where earlier on, names used to be sent through recommendations. Now names are going to come through public approval and searches. And so this, I think, becomes a great moment to talk about the unsung. And let me take a moment to explain that to you. It has become almost customary and increasingly fashionable for us, especially with regard to the designated centers of excellence that IIT Bombay is, to attribute all the good that comes out of it to the faculty and to the students. But there is a zone in between, a layer that is constituted of very gifted and most of all very committed and almost ideologically inclined bunch of people who have actually shunned big pay packets in the interest of good work. They seek out good work, and a lot of the good work is in the form of projects that lie in the different niches of these institutes, projects that have mostly actually been funded by the government, which is nice. And so you're able to work without this overwhelming pressure of having to deliver in the way that the industry requires you to. And the work then turns into very good R&D work, research and development, backed by creativity, which is a very, very rare combination, and we all know the industry doesn't pay for this. So that buffer between the faculty and students are often the scaffolding for great research activity. It's definitely true of Bombay, IIT Bombay. Believe it or not, this exhibition that started and finished end to end from the July of 2016 to the February of 2018, spanning a year and a half, saw our design associates, also with technological competence, try out new things, because often we couldn't afford the pricey software engineers outside. I wish to say here that there is a new interest in the word curating in India, and as often happens when a new word is launched, a word is used, curating is not a new word, but when a word is being used quite popularly in the realm of popular art, etc., it gets misconstrued, And it has almost become fashionable for some individuals to put a few things together and say, I've curated. But Paola will know, as one of the best curators in the world, and I was very touched when Paola landed, and she knew we were all out of sleep, and she said, Ajanta, can I come and help you? You could do with an extra curator. And I said, wow, I have the best curator in the world offering to help. And I said, Paola, just go back and do what just go rest, do stuff. And so Paola will appreciate with me that the word curator the word curating stands for the creation of new knowledge and new meaning, perhaps to the existing, but often where you create new things as well. For this exhibition, everything has been created from scratch through design ideation and a process. And there are four exhibits that we have partnered with to bring to fore. And out of those four, we have mediated to bring extra dimensions to them. Now back to the unsung. They work so hard because they think, and they rightly think, that their work is their reward, just like they say, poetry is its own reward. And then is the staff on the shop floor of a setup like Industrial Design Center, people who work in the workshops, the wood studio, the metal studio, the ceramic studio, plastic studio, with their hands, a breed that almost like the sixth wave of extinction is disappearing and being steadily disappearing and being replaced with indifferent workers who are often neither very good with their hands nor with their computers. So this for me is a moment to raise a glass and a great salute, and the only way to salute to the unsung, and the only way that I can do that is to take a moment out and point to those who are around. Let me indulge you with introducing my colleagues. When we started, we had a team of four folks who were working with me on our Singapore project, so they knew how we work and what we wanted. And as I say, please raise your hands, guys. That's Vajra, who's the project manager. Vajra is a guy you love to hate and you hate to love, and he's a guy who will only see the mistakes until there are no mistakes. And so that's the reason why people stay off Vajra sometimes. But Vajra, really, it's fine. We need a guy like that. You're being the bad cop for us. Then we have Shyam, a very quiet guy who spends his incredibly talented, all of them. We have Deep. Where is Deep? Please raise your hand, Deep. And there's Pranisha, who is I salute her in absentia because she's now a student working hard at getting a master's in Glasgow, and this place couldn't be complete without this young girl from Nepal, Pranisha. Then we have, so these were our major animation designers, and then the group was joined by Ravi Rao, another animation designer. All of them without exception, with the exception of Deep, are alumni of Industrial Design Center, and they could have all joined the industry and minted money, and they're all here. So thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. So this is the senior lot of my associates. Then we have the product design group that has Sanket and Ashwin. All of them are awake at night. They've got to take a bath to IIT, and they'll shortly be here. So let's give a big hand to Sanket and Ashwin. They helped us with the product design work. They're also graduates of Industrial Design Center, younger. We have Swati and Shruti. Swati, an immensely gifted animator whose work has already appeared internationally. She's also from animation, and there is Shruti somewhere, and working with the animation group. We have Harold, Malay, and Rohit, and Vineet. Please, guys, put up your hands. These are the technology students, all of them from IIT. who have helped us fix the technologies. And then we have, of course, Rajashi, who's not here, who's coming. Rajashi, there he is. Rajashi, please come in. Also a student of, currently a student of IDC. We have Anand, who was an intern who came in from another university, who's not here. We have Angela and Enlin, young interns helping us with the interactive kaleidoscope. Are you here, Angela and Enlin? No, okay. We have Abhilash, who's recently come in, who's also not here. And then we have the Brat Pack. I call them the Brat Pack because they are the Bachelor of Design students, impossible to manage. They think they know everything. When they come, they're adoring. When you tell them what to do, they say, yes, ma'am. And then you feel they're all connected. And then at the end, after they've gone, everything falls apart. And then you're waiting for them, and you're calling them, and they're Facebooking them, and you're doing all that, and they've disappeared for days. Here we're talking about an exhibition where you just have hours left. And then they'll come back looking adoring once again. And then you're like, bacha hi to hai, they're just kids. And then you go back to, and again they repeat the process. And we go back to it. And so if you look so harrowed and look so thin and whatever, it's because of the BDES students. Where are you guys? See, they haven't even shown up. They're there, okay. High up with your hands. There's Tarun, there's Risha, there's Advait, where's Dhruva? The head of the Brat Pack. Dhruva, can you please come and show your face? You're the head of the Brat Pack. And then there were the volunteers who they brought in. So many thanks to the volunteers. Now I have to mention the name of the further unsung. There is Roop, who has just lost his father and has gone for his funeral. Roop is the go-to guy. Anything goes wrong with the system, and Roop is there, sitting up all night, fixing the system. Very humble guy. Everybody bosses over Roop, and Roop is not around today. Roop, I wish you were here. Without you, it's not possible. Then there is the other go-to guy, Sumit. Where are you, Sumit? See, he can't even come because he must have gone on an errand. And then we have Santosh, we have Sachin, we have all these folks from this fabulous project called DSource. A couple of words on DSource, because it was DSource, which is Design Source, a wonderful project initiated by the Government of India in 2009 as a mission mode project to spread design in India. I doubt if any government in the world has put in this kind of money to evangelize design at a national open source level. And Ravi heads the project. One of the mandates for DSource was to put out an exhibition and to evangelize design through workshops, which we're going to have, which we've been having, but to put out an exhibition. And so this became a great opportunity to collaborate with DSource. So between some funding from the industry and some funding from DSource, we've been able to put up this project. I wish to also mention the names of some who have come from the outside and helped us put up their work. One of them is Deshna Mehta, whose work is here. Deshna's there. Lovely work on Kumbh Mela. There is Sanjay Sundaram, who's in Ottawa, who's from IDC, whose work of the footprints and extinction, etc., we've put up here. We have the work of Dr. Ajanta Sen, a famous cardiologist who had operated on Mother Teresa. His passion takes him to different places. He uses the camera, he doesn't touch up a bit of it, and those are, as they've come out of the camera, I think he's like an Ansel Adam. And there is Simone Sen, who came in, stepped in at the last minute to help us do Sacred Forest. She's come down from Berlin to attend the show. So I wish to end by saying, who did I know? Oh, no, actually they were ahead and I didn't see, yeah. Where are Vinay and Ashwini? Okay, please come ahead. So Ashwini and Vinaya and Prem. Prem is he around? So there's Prem and there's Enlin and Angela out there. So Vinaya and Ashwini, where are you? Okay, see, she's still coming. They're going to take their baths. Vinaya and Ashwini are part of the visual communication team. They're the ones who've done these layouts, etc. And Prem is also part of the visual communication group. So we've had associates working with us in the area of animation design, product design, visual communications, interactive design. and mostly these four. I'd like to end. Is there anybody else I've missed out, Bajra? Pranjal, where's Pranjal? Okay, all right. Pranjal and who else? Rohit and Mala, I said, no? Okay, let me say that people have worked on multiple projects. Yeah, so yes, that's why you're so unsung, right? Okay, let me end here by saying, by quoting a favorite person called Maya Angelou. As Maya Angelou had once said, try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. This exhibition is that rainbow in that cloud, and we hope to see the colors unfold in the arriving days. Thank you.
I would invite Paola to come on the stage, senior curator, and there is a token of gift from.
Okay, we have a tradition, when instead of giving some gifts, we'll be presenting with two of the catalogs. One of the catalog is an exhibition on Almelkar, which incidentally was curated by Suhas Bahulkar ji. Another one on the Bombay art history. These two catalogs, on behalf of the National Gallery of Modern Art and my advisory committee members here, I'd like to present these things.
Thank you very much, Director, for that gift. And it's really a privilege to be here at this this is very official and very formal, but also friends and family. So I can tell, having opened many exhibitions, it's a moment of joy for the team. And it's a moment also in which one tries to make official speeches, but one wants to, frankly, jump around and hug the people that have worked with them. And I can tell that my dear, dear, dear friend Ajanta Sen, Dr. Ajanta Sen, has really been wanting to do that by celebrating by name, one by one, all the people from the team. So once again, congratulations. And I want to congratulate both Ravi Poovaiah and also Ajanta for this wonderful exhibition. Tomorrow, I'll have a chance to really visit it in detail and really get to know all the stories, because that's what curators do. They tell each other war stories, and that's always the most fun, to find out how everything happened. But it's fabulous to feel that the same ideas are all over the world. It's really like we can finish each other's thoughts as design curators, because curating design means trying to explain to the world the most urgent issues that we feel are around us by using design artifacts as tools and also as pretexts, as excuses and vessels. And interestingly, I have started working, before I even knew that Ajanta was doing this exhibition, I have started working on an exhibition that's called Broken